Consider the reaction A plus 2 moles of B to yield 2 moles of Y and 2 moles of Z. The change in enthalpy can be measured in an experiment and given as part of the balanced equation. The enthalpy is denoted by the letter H, and I'll call this delta H1. But what if we didn't have experimental data or the resources? Since enthalpy is a state function, the change in enthalpy for a reaction is the same whether it happens in one step or multiple steps. This is known as Hess's law. Notice the equations 1 mole of A plus 1 mole of B to yield 2 moles of C, and 1 mole of B plus 2 moles of C to yield 2 moles of Y plus 2 moles of Z. I'll call these equations 2 and 3. Each equation has a change in enthalpy. I'll call them delta H2 and delta H3. Hess's law says we can sum these equations. Notice 2 moles of C on the product side in equation 2 will cancel 2 moles of C on the reactant side in equation 3. And there are 2 moles total of B on the reactant side. Since enthalpy is a state function, we can simply sum the equations. Notice the net equation is the same as my original equation. And since enthalpy is a state function, we can simply sum the delta H's. Let's do another example. In this example, 1 mole of carbon reacts with 1 mole of oxygen gas to yield 1 mole of carbon dioxide. I have included the change in enthalpy, negative 393.5 kilojoules. But notice the second set of equations. 1 mole of carbon reacts with half a mole of oxygen gas to yield 1 mole of carbon monoxide. Then, in equation 3, 1 mole of carbon monoxide reacts with half a mole of oxygen gas to yield 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Using Hess's law to sum equations 2 and 3, we see that 1 mole of carbon monoxide on both the reactant side and product side cancel. And the half moles of oxygen on the reactant side will sum to give 1 mole of oxygen. The net reaction is the same as the original reaction. We can simply sum the changes in enthalpies of reactions 2 and 3 to give the overall change in enthalpy. Negative 393.5 kilojoules. When using Hess's law, we can even rearrange equations or multiply by a constant so we can obtain our net equation. For example, consider 2 moles of NO plus 1 mole of O2 to yield 1 mole of N2O4. Equation 2 is 1 mole of N2O4 yields 2 moles of NO2. And equation 3 is 1 mole of NO plus half mole of O2 to yield 1 mole of NO2. Clearly, summing the two equations will not give us the net equation we desire. Notice NO2 is not in our net equation. Thus, we would need to find a way to cancel the NO2 species. Also, N2O4 is a product in our net equation, but in equation 2, N2O4 is a reactant. Fortunately for us, we can rearrange equations and change coefficients, but we need to remind ourselves that the change in enthalpy is part of the balanced equation. Any change we apply to the equation must also be applied to the change in enthalpy. I'll reverse equation 2 so that N2O4 is moved to the product side. Notice I also changed the sign of the change in enthalpy. After all, the equation is originally endothermic. Reversing the equation would make it exothermic. For equation 3, I'll multiply all species and the delta H by 2. Multiplying by a constant doesn't change the balanced equation, and it allows me to cancel the 2 moles of NO2. Now let's get the net equation. Now we see the net equation. We simply sum the changes in enthalpies to obtain the change in enthalpy for the original equation, negative 171 kilojoules, to 3 significant figures. Let's recap. According to Hess's law, the change in enthalpy for a reaction is the same, whether it occurs in one step or multiple steps. This is true for all state functions, including the change in entropy or change in Gibbs free energy. When using Hess's law, you can rearrange or reverse an equation, but you must change the sign of the state function, like enthalpy in this example. You can also multiply coefficients by a constant, but you also have to multiply the state function by the same constant to maintain the balanced equation. It is also possible to carry out both operations in one equation. For example, in this equation, I reversed the equation and multiplied by a constant. Thank you for watching. You can find more thermodynamics topics in this playlist and other chemistry topics here.